Hello everybody. So today we're going to be making gumbo. What you're going to need is 3 stalks of celery, 2 small onions, 3 jalapenos, a bell pepper, a stick of butter, a cup of flour, 2 boxes of broth, vegetable or chicken, a large pot. It can be like a it can be like a Dutch oven or a stock pot. And then you're going to want some sort of chicken or sausage or seafood. The protein choice is really up to you, but for this one we're going to use chicken legs and sausage, pork sausage. Okay, well, let's start. We're going to dice up our vegetables here. So for this you're going to want to get 3 stalks of celery. Wash them. And then start cutting. We're going to go with 1 bell pepper. Okay, so the next step is we're going to start our roux. It's going to be the same process as I did for the last video, but instead this time you're going to take it dark. So the first time that you do a roux, you're not going to want to run through it, so you're going to put it on medium-low heat. You're going to take it really slow and you're going to stir it. It's going to take about 40 minutes. But once you get used to it, I mean, a roux really shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes on like medium to medium-high to get to the darkness that you want, and you'll see that here in a second. So you're going to drop your stick of butter in and let that melt. You got our flour. Let's set this. Okay, our butter is fully melted, so what we're going to do is equal parts flour like last time. We're going to hurry so we don't burn our butter. So I put a cup in, and we're going to need to put a dry cup of flour. You want to put it on low. Be careful when you're adding your flour to oil. You don't want it to pop back. That's going to be all the measuring you need to do for the rest of the video. Except for when you make rice. Just keep it moving. Don't let it stop. It's going to start getting dark after a few minutes. So after about 5-10 minutes, you're going to get this color. I'm going to keep it moving. What we're looking for is going to be like a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate color. Okay, since this is getting really close, I'm going to go ahead and slice my garlic. I would add a lot because this is going to be, full of liquid. So I'm going to go with 4 large cloves. Let's go ahead and cut these up. Make this quick so that we don't burn the roux. Just like I told you when we were making the red beans and rice, the reason you wait so long to do the garlic, you can have it cut beforehand if you really want to, but I always add it after we add the rest of the vegetables so that it doesn't burn. That's not the flavors that you want in your gumbo. Okay. Okay, and this is about the color that you want. See that? It's almost dark chocolate there. When we add the vegetables, it's gonna get a little darker. Okay, add those in. Okay, stir it around. Make sure you get the oil coated on all of the vegetables here. Your house is gonna start smelling really fragrant. Okay, and then we're gonna throw in our garlic. Stir it in. Let that go for a second while we clean up a bit. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of beer. Now, if your house didn't smell good before this, it's gonna smell really good now. I usually use about half a bottle of beer. Okay. Okay, you want to stir while you're adding it so you don't have lumpy bits of roux in there. Okay, so kind of like this, we're gonna keep adding some more until we've used both of our boxes. All right. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn the heat back up, let this come to a boil, and we're gonna add our seasonings. So like with the red beans, it's gonna be almost exactly the same. So salt, 3 bay leaves, a little bit of hot sauce, and maybe some Cajun seasoning if you want. You're gonna add the black pepper in at the end. A couple dashes of hot sauce. And that should be it for seasonings now. The next step is to bring this up to a boil, and then we're gonna put our meat in. So hopefully that's properly thawed for you. For me, my sausage is still a little frozen, and so is my chicken, but it'll be fine because we're just gonna cook this for 4 or 5 hours. So what kind of sausage you're gonna, Patsy, come here. You drop any, give it to the dog. Okay. What kind of sausage you're gonna wanna use is andouille. It's a pork sausage that is smoked and seasoned. But if you can't find that, any smoked pork sausage will do. Polish sausage, kielbasa, something like that. And what we're gonna wanna do is cut them thick, right? So like that, because they're gonna shrink a little bit in the gumbo. And nobody wants a tiny piece of sausage in the gumbo. Like, who wants a sliver? We're gonna go ahead and start dropping our sausages in. A couple at a time, don't let it splash back at you, it's hot. Don't be like me. What you're going to do is take the skin off, and then just drop the whole thing in there. However much you really feel like you want. I'm gonna go with 2. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 in there. Okay, and then whenever you're done, you're gonna bring that back up to a boil on your stove. Hopefully you're making this on your stove at home. And then leave it cooking for the next 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so after a couple of hours, it's gonna look like this. Oil is gonna be at the top, so if you stir it up, you're gonna get that roux. You're gonna wanna pull the chicken out and remove the bones, and then make some rice. White rice is preferred.
Can I try?
Yeah. Hot?